Mexico exhibits part of the 5,000 historical pieces reproduced in a large exhibition. Venezuelan migrant camp evicted in Chile. China prohibits transactions made by Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. This and more on GMO. Welcome once again to your limbo, while you get your visa to go anywhere outside Latin America. This week, the world went crazy as usual, but today we are only talking about the most serious issues. You know, the ones that really can knock us out. Karen, I know you'll bring some exciting news.
Here are the overall news. The results are shown in the elections in Russia at the legislative level, where Vladimir Putin's party got the majority of votes. This can become an advantage over the president of Russia, since he will have eased within the area of approval of laws, because they are from the same party and could have similar ideas. On Tuesday, September 21, 2021, the Sudanese authorities reported that there was an attempted coup, in which there were military coup leaders who tried to take over the offices of the state radio in the city of Omdurman. This could mean that there may be more people who try to do it, since there were some people escaped. In case of achievement within the coup, there could be radical changes in the political field. Ukraine has suspicions that Russia is involved in the assassination attempt on the first advisor of the president of Ukraine. In the last attack, they started shooting at the car which the advisor was transporting. This can create tension between the two countries and can even result in a diplomatic or economic conflict and lead to a bigger problem. On the other hand, for a global picture, China prohibits transactions made by Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, since it considers that they come to alter the economic and financial order, where easy money laundering, fraud, or even pyramid schemes can be developed. This can begin to bring economic effects, especially what is the El Salvador, since recently it accepts purchases with this kind of currency within its country and will be cause a volatility in economic matters. Refugees in Belarus increased in Germany, all of them crossing the Belarusian border with Poland, and shelter was installed in Eisenhüttenstadt, where approximately 1,100 immigrants are being received per day, and then it is decided if the migrant is received in the country or not. This can become a concern for the European Union, since it is an issue that can affect them economically, since it's a massive movement of people from one place to another and all the consequences of an event like this. What do you think, Monse?
I can't tell you how lucky I feel for living in the middle of this drama. Please notice my sarcasm. Alejandro, let's go with you.
Thanks, you, Monse. For Mexican, we have the Bicentennial Commemorative Exhibition also features the latest archaeological finds in the country and a handful of assignments from the museums and international institutions. Mexico has put a special effort into the recovery of historical pieces excavated around the world. There are more than 5,000 works reported in the less than 3 years of sexennium, as announced on Monday by the Secretary of Culture, Alejandra Fausto, during the acts of commemoration of 200 years of the independence of Mexico. In other things, Pope Francis invites to hail the ones of the past. President López Obrador thanks France and Italy for their collaboration in the bicentennial celebration. The President of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, has lavished himself on Monday in praise of the governments of France and Italy for their collaboration in the celebration of the bicentennial of the independence. The message of the President at the beginning of the commemorative acts, which will culminate tonight with a representation of the entry of the Trigarant Army in the capital, has been a strengthening of relations with the two European countries. Now in Latin America, authorities in Chile ordered the eviction of dozens of Venezuelan families who were settled in a square in the city of Lique, in the north of the country. During the procedure, there were incidents between the police, immigrants, and also residents of the place. We show you the testimony of Noemi, who with her children continues to the camp in the city in the hope of being able to continue her journey to the Chilean capital. A group of 14 Mexican soldiers were temporarily held on Saturday by USA border authorities after they entered to the US territory in a confusing event according to the information sent by CNN by Customs and Border Protection. The incident occurred at the International Bridge of America, which connects Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, to El Paso, Texas, when shortly after midnight, CBP agents spotted two Mexican military vehicles crossing the border. The Buria says in an email. Back to you, Monse.
Thank you, Alejandro. As always, your news are the most exciting and the most worrying ones. Let's see what Susie has for us.
Of course. Well, let's start with UNSCA. During this week, we were surprised that United Kingdom discovered that it needs free trade agreements after having left the European Union and was evaluating the treaty between Mexico, United States, and Canada. But wait, for the new news, at the last minute, the Britain Ambassador John Benjamin, who clarified that England doesn't want to join to the TMEC, but they just want to trade with USA and Mexico. The Queen Isabel will see the agreement the following year. Benjamin also tells us that England will want to join to the Trade-Pacific Treaty. Well, we can finally find an Oxford in England. Well, let's start with Culture Zone. Just travel to Ecuador. Ecuador is one Ecuador cultures is a fair mix of indigenous practice along with European colonial influences. Almost Ecuador has mixed race background, which has resulted as a tremendous cultural diversity, as well as unique custom and tradition across the whole country. The predominant religion is Roman Catholic, and his main language is Spanish. Ecuador is the birthplace of famous painters like Oswaldo Gusemin, Camilo Egas, and Manuel Reno, as well as great painters like Juan Montalvo, Juan León Mera, and Juan Beguino Vela, all the three from the highland city of Ambato. Ecuador also is famous with the city of Otavalo, north of Quito, has one of the largest indigenous markets in South America, where travelers can find beautiful women clothes, trapezo, leather work in intricately carved wood, and gorgeous jewelry. For all of these wonderful parts, Ecuador culture, there is a pervasive misogyny that affects much of the country. Likewise, racism is prevalent amongst many Ecuadorians, with the African and indigenous population feeling the brunt of the centuries of rule by the descent of Europeans. That's all.
All right, folks, I know you don't want to be in Latin America anymore, but until you get your ticket to get the hell out of here, let's hang out around next week on the same place at the same time. Peace out.